Hi, I'm Kelsey from Pisces Pet Emporium, and today I'm going to go over basic hamster setup and care. We have here a Habit Trail Ovo cage. Why I like this cage is because it has tubes, which provides mental stimulation and exercise for your hamster. You can also get add-ons to make them bigger and more exciting. Most cages, especially kits, come with a dish, a water dish, and some sort of house. If they do not, you should get an extra dish for food, a hidey hut for them to hide during the day, since hamsters are nocturnal. In addition to those products, you will need some wood blocks for your hamster to chew on, as well as any toys that they may like. I would recommend toys with different textures, hardwood, hay, pumice, items like that. Then you're going to need to pick food. I prefer a pellet food for hamsters because it's all complete in one diet. Of course, there are also seed blends, which hamsters love, so I offer them together in their dishes, hence why it's handy to have 2 dishes. In addition to regular diet, you should also offer hay. This is Timothy hay, which adds fiber to their diet, which is essential for their digestion. And you can also offer limited treats to help bond with your pet. This is the Versalaga Complete Crock. Why I choose this treat is because it is low in sugar, no added sugar. You can also offer your hamster fresh fruits and vegetables. I would start off with small amounts and maybe wait a couple days after you get your hamster home, so they can have things like little bits of broccoli, little bits of apple, and you can offer those in a treat dish or with your hand. When it comes to bedding, you can use shavings or recycled newspaper bedding, such as Carefresh. When it comes to shavings, I prefer aspen. They're much better for your hamster's respiratory system. You're gonna pour the shavings into the bottom of your cage for about 1 inch deep. As you can see, the shavings are about 1 inch deep. Not too deep that you can't spin the wheel, but deep enough that your hamster can dig in it. I recommend Carefresh bedding because it is 99% dust-free and is extremely good for the respiratory systems. In addition to your regular bedding, you can offer your hamster fluff for him to use in his house or really store it anywhere he feels like storing it. For exercise for your hamster, you can provide them with an exercise ball. I recommend they don't spend too long in there. You're looking at around 20 minutes. It's a little stressful for them to be running around on the ball for too long. Make sure when they're in their exercise ball that the room is secure, that there aren't other pets that can bother them, or the ball can't roll off of a ledge or down some stairs. So a good place to put your cage is somewhere where it's relatively quiet during the day, because hamsters are nocturnal, but somewhere that you won't mind them running on their wheel all night. So I typically recommend the quiet corner of the living room, not a bedroom, so that your hamster doesn't keep you up at night. When you first take your hamster home, after you've set up your cage and you've put your hamster in their cage, you want to leave them for a couple days to adjust to their new environment. It's also a good idea to put a vitamin supplement in their water to help boost their immune system while they adjust to the new surroundings. This is Vita Drops, which is high potency multivitamin for their water. The hamsters you find here at Pisces are Syrian hamsters and dwarf hamsters. They typically live 1 to 3 years. Syrian hamsters are solitary. They must live by themselves. Dwarf hamsters, however, can live in pairs because they are a colony animal. I recommend same sex pairs, 2 females or 2 males. They still should have a lot of space so that they don't fight. You should clean your hamster's cage fully about once a week. That involves taking all the shavings out, washing all the parts with hot soapy water, putting all your shavings back, and pretty much rebuilding your cage. You should also spot clean about every day. You'll find that your hamster typically will pick one spot to do most of his eliminating, so you'll be able to just scoop the wet shavings from that one area. You will feed your hamster every day. They will probably store food in different parts of their cage, which is fine. Just make sure you remove any soiled food, especially fresh food. Should only be left in their cage for a couple hours and then removed if they don't eat it. You want to feed them in the evening when they're going to become most active so that their food is freshest. And remember to keep your dishes clean. You will need to wash your water dish out every day, especially when you're using the vitamins. A common illness for hamsters is wet tail, which is a general term for diarrhea. You want to make sure that your cage is kept clean, that your food is fresh, and that your hamster remains stress-free, and that is how you prevent that. If your hamster does come down with wet tail, you will most likely need to have it seen by a veterinarian because it is rather serious in a short period of time. Hamsters are a good starter pet because they are easy to care for and require a moderate amount of your time. When handling your hamster, you don't want to necessarily handle them too much every day, especially because they are nocturnal. So early in the morning, later in the evening is the best time to handle them. Hamsters don't really have great depth perception, so you want to make sure when you're you're handling them, especially young kids, that they are either sitting or carrying them in a carrier. If you have any other questions about hamster care, come on into Pisces, shoot us a message on Facebook, or give us a call.